Hey, good morning, folks. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with your MLive morning weather update. The fall pattern is up and down. That's a true fall pattern. You know, we fight to get some summer in for a couple of days, strong cold front, and, tastes of deep fall weather come in and go back out. And that's what we have in store here for the next week to 10 days is a couple of days up, a transition day, a couple of days down, and then back at it. So let's get on to it. If you got any questions, let me know. And I'm fully functional today, so let's get to her. All right. Good Monday morning to everybody. Janet McClintock, good morning. And Larry Pusker, how's good morning? Charlevoix right now this week looks like you'll be in the up and down also. So we'll get you that. So here's a satellite picture. We've got plenty of sunshine today. It looks like a great day. You see the swirl off to the west and the line of clouds. That's the cold front. That comes in on Thursday, it looks like. So the wet day this week will probably be Thursday with the cold front. And then we will also have much colder temperatures after that. So let's get to it. Here is the European model. Let me get it so that we can all see it. Okay, there we go. All right, so what you're looking at is the U.S. Kind of, let's see, let's go back to here. Pick out Florida sticks out always. Illinois, Iowa stick out right there. And then you can work your way to picking out Michigan. So you're looking at the entire U.S. You're looking at the storm systems, the rainfall amounts, and the upper level temperatures. And remember, that's going to be important when we go through this because I'm going to show you that right now we have the red temperatures. Those are temperatures well above freezing. And then you'll see the pocket of cold coming down as the cold front moves on through the area. So here we go. This is this afternoon, and it's absolutely a beautiful afternoon of weather here in Michigan. Some of the best weather. If you don't like it barn burning hot, you don't like it super cold, we've got a couple of great days for you. This is overnight tonight. This is Tuesday, still dry. The cold front just kind of poking out to the west. Why? There's a log jam on the East Coast with the remnants of Ian. I haven't really kept track of its re-strengthening, but it's still a system and holding back anything in our area. Hey, thank you, Denise and Rick Schlod. All right, so we're into Wednesday. Wednesday looks dry and great. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, great and dry. This is Thursday morning. This is Thursday afternoon. This is Thursday evening. Notice the cold front. Good morning, Tammy Langley from Howell. Notice the cold front coming through Thursday afternoon and evening and overnight. And then by Friday morning, a much different feel. A northeast wind, colder air coming in. That can make some lake effect showers. It can make some lake effect clouds. And eventually, as the skies clear after that, it can make a frost and or freeze all the way south to the Michigan border. So I do expect by Saturday morning we will have a season growing ending type 28 to 32 for several hours. Even Detroit area, even Ann Arbor, even Monroe and Jackson. Nick Alfonso, you should head on over to the pumpkin patch. Definitely. So this is Saturday morning. That will be a classic frost freeze pattern. And then as we go into the weekend, looks good. Looks like we warm up. Remember, I gotta remind you that I use a couple of terms, okay? When I say warm up, it's warmer than normal. And remember, the normal temperature is going down, 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 down. About a degree every 2 or 3 days or so. So when we look at something as a warm up 9 days out from now, remember the sun lost in that time period, the sun lost probably 3 or 4 degrees of heating power. So I'm not saying we go back to shorts and out on the boat in summer, but warmer than normal conditions. And that's the scoop on that. All right, so let's continue here. All right, so we get into early next week, and notice the next cold front. By we get to the 10 days out, notice the next cold front, the next cold pocket of air in the central part of Canada, dropping down into the Rockies and into the northern plains. And so, yes, my friends, the progression to real fall and what comes next is underway. All right, temperatures. So, like I said, up and down. So today we're in the mid 60s. Tomorrow we're in the low 70s in a lot of places. Wednesday we're in the mid 70s in some places, like maybe Saginaw, Midland, Bay City, Detroit, Ann Arbor area, but a lot of places 70 to 75. Thursday, Larry Pusky, how's the Florida house? Lost a lot of tiles on the roof. Just getting pictures back. Lost two sides of soffits. Maybe a leak or two in the house from wind-driven rain. And everybody lost pool cages. So it'll be a while before it's fully functional again. Friday, starting to cool off. Highs only in the 50s and 40s north. Saturday in the 50s. Sunday back to the low 60s. Monday 50s and 60s. Tuesday 60s. Wednesday in the mid 60s. So you can see how the warm-ups get tougher to warm up, because by that time it's October 12th, mid-October. What's going on here? Acceleration of time? William Ford, what's it like in Copper Harbor? Leaves starting to change, the cold air coming on, so it will accelerate. I wrote a post about that, and I would say next weekend, Copper Harbor would be in peak and working toward it late in the week. So, I'm sorry, this is tomorrow's low temperatures around 40. And then Wednesday ahead of the cold front into the 40s. And then Thursday ahead of the cold front, Thursday morning in the 50s. And then Friday, the cold air is coming in down to the 40s, but then Saturday would be the morning that I would expect the hard freeze. So if you've got some canning to do, this is the week to do it, because you'll want to have everything picked, I would say, by Friday afternoon, more than likely, maybe even Thursday afternoon, but Friday afternoon probably. You better plan on that, and then it's canning all next weekend if you do that. Sunday, 40, and then back to the 40s, but certainly cool temperatures. And what about the extended term? Let's look at the 6 to 10 day forecasts. This would be October 8th to 12th. Cooler than normal, drier than normal. And then this would be October 10th to the 16th. Cooler than normal, drier than normal. A 3 to 4 week forecast made Friday. And that would be for the last 2 weeks of October. Expected to lean toward warmer than normal and drier than normal. And again, I want to remind you that warmer than normal is not warm for many folks at the end of October. In fact, I'll be writing a post on that possibly today, definitely tomorrow, but I'll give you a little insight because you're joining me live. The October temperatures fall the most. The average temperature falls the most of any month at the end of the year. September, it fell 13 degrees. October, 14 degrees. November, back to 13 degrees. So we go from average highs now in the mid 60s in the south to low 50s by the end of October. So there's your weather update. 3 great days. Monday, today, Tuesday, Wednesday. Transition day Thursday with showers, cold front moving through, and then much colder by Friday and Saturday with probably a freeze, our first growing season ending freeze coming by Saturday. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. See you back here tomorrow. Bye.